Mario Chalmers ain't putting enough respect on LeBron James' name right here. Has comments and quotes out there. He was on a podcast and he says, quote, "Nobody fears Bron." One thing I don't like about people is when they know that they know someone, they always take the liberty of abbreviating their name or just, Bron. Like, ain't that much harder to say and add to Bron, right? LeBron, especially when you're shading them right now. Nobody fears Bron. Okay, fine, that's your boy, that's your former teammate. But watch this. Nobody's like, damn, I got to go play against Bron tonight. Really? Nobody? Nobody said that. I don't know why, because I've seen people be scared when they actually line up to him, but they're not scared thinking about that matchup. All right, a little love back. But then he started talking and comparing, and comparison is the thief of joy. Here we go. Quote, you hear anybody from that era talk about going against Jordan, there's a fear. Now he's guessing, right? You see that time shift he just did? Like he knows everybody from that era. But I digress. Quote, so when you have people that fear a player, then that tells you something different already. Like Jordan is just that guy. Like everything was, I want to be like Mike. Hyperbole, absolutism, time shifting. I mean, you're out. 3 strikes, you're out already, Mario Chalmers. Now, I always listen to people before I even get into my thought process, rooting interest, etc. Just listen to them. They'll tell on themselves, right? And he is literally going 20 years prior to his playing time, feels like, and telling us what everybody was thinking based off of a commercial. Want to be like Mike. All right, y'all already see the holes in this situation, but that's no fun just to poke the holes. Let's go through those holes and see what exists on the other side. Now, we know it's a lie that people don't fear LeBron James, but we also know that fear doesn't mean the same in sports as it does in life, right? Last night, my wife said, baby, I want to leave the lights on in the front room. I said, why? She said, because they said that's the #1 deterrent for a thief. And I said, well, it's interesting. I grew up in a really bad neighborhood, mama, and I never left the lights on because guess what? If somebody coming to rob you, I don't think the light's stopping them. You know what I mean? I've seen cats get robbed with security guards. I've seen cats get robbed and they got a security post in front of their house. I've seen Scarface. I've seen the end of that. Y'all see the end of Scarface? They ain't give a damn. They scaling the walls. They doing what they got to do if they want to get it. So I don't know what's the greatest deterrent, but I'm not about to pay $5,000 a month in electric bills just because a thief may be scared to come in my house. Lights on, lights off. He shoot the lights out. I don't know. Maybe she was right in that situation. But let's talk about what fear is in sports. Fear in sports does exist. We just don't like to call it fear because we're all men or women and alphas and we don't want to go there, right? But in reality, there's some cats that can keep you up a little later than others, right? Whatever you want to call that, anxiety, anticipation, excitement. When they're really good and all that is happening, I think you're a little scared. It's okay. Let me give you some moments for me. In my playing career, I had to go against Lincoln Kennedy, who I tell everybody how to describe Lincoln Kennedy. Just go up to a building and then put some arms and legs on it and be like, yeah, I got to get by that. The dude was gigantic. His arms were like thighs, like cold cut thighs. Like every arm, I was like, God, dog. And when he used to punch me, I felt pain. Like no lie, the hardest punch I've ever felt. Lincoln Kennedy catching me square up. Orlando Pace, we all know. The name speaks volumes. He was just so composed, like he could just do everything. Big, strong, agile, everything. Walter Jones, that's the one people sleep on, but to me was the best of the names so far. Walter Jones, they said, ran a 4.6 at Florida State. That's faster than me, as fast as me, but I say faster because he was bigger. I remember one time I actually beat him. Matt Hasselbeck was the quarterback. I actually beat him and was about to go get a sack on Hasselbeck. And this sucker not only spun out of me beating him, but recovered and still blocked me, and I missed the sack. Like he was that fast and huge. Jonathan Ogden literally could be on the sidelines and with his long ass arms could still block you on the field. Like he was huge. He had levers. So that's why he had leverage. He was gigantic, like 6'9", but you really couldn't get under him because his arms were so long and he still was flexible. Oh man, some beasts. No wonder I wasn't a Hall of Famer. Damn it, I had to go against them guys every week. What do you mean? But was I ever scared? In preparation, I knew I had to prepare extra, whatever that meant. Like no matter what my baseline preparation was, I kept watching film on them. And I kept seeing other guys getting destroyed. And I kept saying there's no way I'm going to get around them. Figure it out, Wiley, damn it. Night before, maybe I stayed up 5, 10, 2 more hours. I don't know. I was just like, damn, tomorrow's going to be something special. Then you get to the game, and everyone does this. You size up your opponents. You can see it at the kid level. Kids be looking at how many wristbands he got on. How his socks, are they cuffed up? Oh, look at his cleats. Like, we size each other up like that's going to tell us how good you are, right? But when you're playing in the NFL, you still do that. You be like, oh, he ain't as big as I thought. Oh, damn, he bigger than I thought. Like, you be like, damn, that dude look crazy. And then in the game, when you have success, and I had success against them at times, and then also when they're having their success because their reputation precedes them, and it's a real reputation. They deserve it. You got to manage those doubt birds because it's easy for the doubt birds. You're going against Walter Jones. You're supposed to lose, right? You got to be like, hell no, I ain't supposed to lose. All I need is one sack. Like Nas, all I need is one mic. One sack a game in NFL is 17 sacks a year. You will be the richest person outside of a quarterback in the NFL if you get 17 sacks a year. So it's funny that Chalmers says this about Bron, former teammate, won championships with him. And I don't know where the shade came from. And I don't even know where the summation came from because there are guys who are like, yo, I got Bron tomorrow, yo. All right, mama, I got to go. Bron tomorrow. Talk to you after the game. Like, we ain't staying up all night, mama. This ain't the normal cat. LeBron, big, fast, physical. GOAT conversation, if not the GOAT. So I don't know where Chalmers was really coming from in this. And we always go back and call those eras tougher. My childhood was tougher than my existence now. Oh, your dad's going to say his childhood was tougher than what you're going through. Like, we always look backwards, in part because technology and evolution changes things and does make things a little more accessible and easier. But also, just looking back, it was harder, right? So maybe we even look back at those eras like it was harder, even though if you was in that era, maybe it didn't feel the same.